Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Pop Preview. I'm Sean.
I'm Alex.
And today we're watching John Wick chapter number 3. Cool, so we got the first trailer for chapter 3 of John Wick.
I mean, I would be excited, but I haven't seen the first two. I heard they're so good though. So it's been on my list.
It is good.
It's been on my list for a while, and I know all the memes and all that stuff.
But you have a general idea of what the franchise is about.
Yes, I do.
So,
they steal his dog, and then he has to kill them.
They do more than that. They
oh, I'm sure.
They kill his dog.
They kill his. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's not. I mean, that's a driving force in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
That he's kind of an assassin. He's like the mother of all the father of all assassins. Pretty much the baddest assassin that's ever lived, basically. And he kind of goes out of the game. And his wife dies, and his wife leaves him a dog, and then they kill his dog, and then that kind of just spurs on him getting revenge. Yeah, that's basically what they kind of say. You can't do that. You killed John Wick's dog. Uh-oh. So I mean, that was just kind of the driving force of the franchise being kicked off, and then the second one was also very good. It's just been like a continuous thing, and now we're on to the third and final chapter. There's actually been talk of them doing a TV show spin-off. So we got all these things going on, but I think Keanu Reeves is like he's nailed this. He knows this character very, very well, and this one of his. I mean, you could argue is kind of his best role.
Yeah.
Like since The Matrix.
Yeah. Okay.
So even though you haven't seen it, let's watch the trailer.
I'm still interested to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And away we go. Jonathan, what have you done?
To dream the impossible dreams.
There's no escape for you. The High Table wants your life.
To right the unrightable wrong.
Tell me what you want.
Passage.
I can't help you.
To reach the unreachable star.
Do you expect him to make it out?
A $14 million bounty on his head. And everyone in the city wants a piece of it. I say the odds are about even. Dark, 5 seconds.
John Wick, excommunicado in effect in 3,
2,
1.
and away we go.
To follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far. To fight for the right, without question or pause. To be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause.
It's not a horse. He's in the desert.
Sophia, we're not going in like the old days. Just a conversation.
Nothing's ever just a conversation with you, John.
Is Barry gonna start kicking ass in this?
To be honest, that was one of the better trailers I've seen for anything in
it
a
was,
very long time. That was a really good trailer.
It really, really was good. It just got you again. Brought us back into the world.
Yeah.
It picks up exactly where the second movie leaves off.
And you know what?
I don't want to spoil for you because you haven't seen
Right,
it.
and I will now. Now I have to because I really want to see this.
Yeah.
I got a couple things. First of all, I really like trailers like this. I don't feel like they're relying too much on, I don't know, just like over the top action. Like there were
trust me, there's gonna be
right.
here, yeah.
Oh, I know, but like like for example, like the Kingsman trailer, the Golden Circle trailer was like too much ridiculous action, and it made me want to not see the movie, and I never did. But
I
this
did.
is like just enough of like a little bit of ridiculousness that it's kind of like, okay, you have me interested. I want to see the whole thing.
No, and I think you make a perfect example of the Kingsman trailer because the meat of the action in those trailers is the meat of the action in the actual movie.
Yeah.
Where in this, seeing the first two John Wicks, I already know the kind of vibe they're going with. The good stuff we didn't see.
Okay, yeah.
But we just got a little taste of it.
Yes,
Of the
and I
flavor
love
we're gonna
that.
get. Just like we got a little taste of Halle Berry at the end, which he's probably gonna help him get out of New York. So without spoiling the second one, like what pretty much is happening is that there's a bounty on John's head.
Sure,
So now
I
all the
caught that,
assassins
yeah.
are now coming after him to get the bounty.
So
I won't tell you why that happened. You'll
Okay.
see the movies to figure that out.
Alright.
But it's just him trying to figure out how he's gonna navigate through New York to get out of it.
Yeah.
Because now everybody's literally after him, and he's already wounded from the last movie.
Right.
So,
I kind of caught that he was wounded, at least in the first couple shots, because
Yeah.
when he's running, it looks kind of derpy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I was just assuming, I'm like, okay, he's probably hurt.
He-
like,
he'd been through some stuff
He's
from
just
from part 2. So
yeah.
yeah. So I mean, he's gonna have that going. That's kind of why the doctor was working on him a little bit. So he had like a little bit of a window before like they went after they could start going. It was free.
Sure.
It's free game. So I'm assuming that he's getting work done before the time limit expires, and then it's just like they're all after him. So I'm not sure where Halle Berry comes in. Maybe she was an old partner or something. I'm not sure how they got to the desert. So
Ridiculous.
assuming they got out of New York, I guess, but
So
went to Sahara or something. I don't know.
a couple things as someone I just really like this trailer, and like it really makes me want to see the movie.
Yeah.
So they did a really good job of showing like the stylistic
Yeah.
nature of the film, and it's very Blade Runner, but like with less pretension.
Well,
know
I
what
heard
I
what you say.
mean?
So it does have that kind of vibe, but not so much
Yeah,
future,
like
like
it's-
Blade Runner.
Well,
if it happened
no.
in
Yeah.
that style. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, it kind of had this vintage vibe to it,
Mm-hmm.
almost. Like, in the way that some of the women were dressed, in, like, just some of the, I don't know, it kind of had this vintage vibe to it. It was colorful, but also a little dingy.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that they showed that in the trailer, because that's something that I kind of want to see. And it wasn't overdone either.
No,
like
nah.
it's a subtle thing. And I imagine that the last two aren't completely like that, you know, like
Well, they had those subtle. Think of it like an old school James Bond movie in the sense where there's a lot of
Yeah.
action, but there's a lot
I
of
was
like
gonna say that.
of John Wick's character talking to the bad guy. And like having dialogue instead of like as soon as you see like there's actually dialogue there, and then there's a code of things. It kind of has that kind of vibe, but then when the gunfire starts, it's like this gung fu type of
Gun fu.
mix of martial arts and gunplay. Which trust me, once you see it, you'll understand exactly what I mean.
Okay.
Where it's like precision,
Yeah.
Keanu did some crazy training for the first two, and I'm sure I remember there was a video of him actually like training with the gun. I'm pretty sure we might see something like that in this one, maybe after or before the movie comes out of him
Right.
training. He went all out for this.
Right.
And another thing I really like about like the budget for these movies aren't very big, and it goes to show you that you can make a big action movie that's popular and successful. You don't have to spend over like $100 million to do it. If you have a good story and we believe in the character and what's going on, and then you have good fight scenes, you don't have to spend over. It doesn't have to always be like the Avengers or something like that. You can do something on a smaller scale,
absolutely.
and it's still enjoyable. Like, I love the first John Wick movie. Like, it was one of those things where it just came out of nowhere, which is like an afterthought. Like, oh, Keanu Reeves in an
Yeah, just
action
like another
movie.
random action
Yeah,
movie
it's like-
that you don't really pay attention to.
I was just like,
and
nah.
people loved it.
I know. I was at first. It wasn't on my radar, but after when it was in the theaters, it was just like starting to pick up momentum. Like, dude, this John Wick movie's amazing. I'm like, fine, I'll go see it. It blew me away. I had to go
excited
see
now.
it multiple times, and then when the second one came out, it was the same kind of thing. It had more hype now and had a bigger budget, so we got a bigger scale, but it still felt small to me.
Oh,
but
sure.
it's just like the fight scenes are incredible. So I'm sure again we got a little taste of that in this one. I honest to God, I don't think we even need another trailer, even though it does come out in May. Obviously we're gonna get one, and we'll do a review on it when it comes out. But for me, it's like, ticket already, please.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited that just seeing the first one, you now are excited to go back and watch the first and the second.
This was a good trailer. It had was the perfect balance for me of campy, so a little bit fun, a little bit colorful, stylistic in terms of the production design, in terms of the fight sequences, but not too much, not Quentin Tarantino or just enough. And it seems like it still has heart.
It does.
There's this perfect balance of oh, this is ridiculous. He's on a horse, and I can sense that I am gonna be invested in this character and this world. So
they make you feel, especially again from the first one to this one, you do feel for him. Like when they kill that dog in the first one, it's like, you guys know, this is like, oh no,
okay, I'll have my tissue box ready to go.
Yeah. So oh man, I'm super pumped. May can't come fast enough. So what do you guys think? Do you love the trailer for this one? Are you excited to see what happens? Do you think we might get a fourth one? I don't think so, but I think they might just kind of set up maybe the TV series that they're working on. Who knows? Let's start the conversation below. Also, like, subscribe, do all those great things. Also, make sure to hit that bell to be notified when we do the next trailers.
No, I was going ding.
Yeah.
Ding.
And until then, until next time, I'm Sean.
I'm Alex. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.